liberty and justice for all.
Do the roll call if we would, Tess.
Schaefer.
Here.
Sandra Smith. Here. Hope Morris.
Here.
Larry Clark.
Here.
Missy Clark.
Here.
Mike Kemper.
Here.
Rich Smith.
Here. Have we all had a chance to review the agenda for tonight? I would entertain a motion to accept it.
Need a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So be it. Tonight we have audience participation. When you come to the podium, please state your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes to address something that is not on the agenda tonight. We will take that under advisement. We may not rule on it tonight. Do we have anybody who'd like to step to the podium? Okay, well, we will close the audience participation at 6:33. We have one item on the consent agenda to approve this evening, and those are the minutes from our August 5th meeting. Have you all had a chance to review the minutes? Are there any additions or subtractions or deletions? I would entertain a motion on the acceptance of the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we have one item this evening. It's a public hearing on resolution PC 2026-01. It's a zoning recommendation for 8673 Highway 66 annexation. And I'll turn this over to Troy.
And Mr. Chair, would you open the public hearing and give the time, please?
Did I? Didn't I?
Not for the public hearing.
Oh,
I don't think so.
what's that? Yeah. I closed the audience participation for public hearing. I didn't open.
Thank you, sir.
I didn't like that. So that would be at 6:35.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate the Lindsay Wilson, our contract final error discussed this excuse. Thank you, summarizing this for you. And also there's 3 names listed on the application. It is Freddie Marquez, Guadalupe Palma, and Jose Marquez Rios. What's your name tonight? Freddie.
Yes,
And this is your wife?
Yes, Carla.
Okay, so Freddie and Carl is here representing the family in the application, so they'll be able to address any questions you may have. And at this time for the presentation, we'll turn over to Lindsay, our town planner.
Good evening, Commissioner. Like Troy said, this is for the property located at 8673 Highway 66, and the owners are Jose Marquez Rios, Freddie Marquez, and Guadalupe Palma. And they have initiated the annexation process with a request of light industrial zoning. And your task here tonight is give the Board of Trustees a recommendation of zoning. So to begin, we'll go over a little bit about the property. So this annexation request is about 4.5 acres, and it's just north of and adjacent to Highway 66 and just west of County Road 19. It's nearby 3 existing annexations. The one directly to its right is the 8677 Highway 66 annexation done in 2021. And then you also have the Highway 666 annexation that goes past this property that was done in 2017. And then also further to the right, you'll see the Platte View annexation as well. So here you can see the proposed annexation is on the left and the already annexed land is on the right for some more context. So the property is currently in unincorporated Weld County, zoned as agricultural. And it operates as a contractor shop under a county-approved zoning permit. The request is for light industrial to be able to support a storage facility that's going to support their existing concrete business. And this was the main reason as to why they're annexing, as Weld County didn't allow a storage facility use on this property. Therefore, they're annexing into Platteville. The zoning request is for light industrial is consistent with the surrounding zoning and the property's existing use. And the county zoning permit would be voided upon annexation. The property currently relies on well water, which is adequate for its current use, and it has a septic system on site. And access to the property is through Highway 66, and the applicant must maintain access permit with CDOT, which we'll get into further in this presentation. So a little bit about the annexation process in Colorado. We first received the annexation petition, and for this one, we received it on January 22nd of this year. Then the Board of Trustees makes a determination on eligibility, sets the public hearing date, and then that begins staff reviews along with referral agency reviews, and then negotiations of the annexation agreement between the town and the applicant also occurred then. And then here we are today. We're at the Planning Commission makes a recommendation on vote on zoning, and then later this evening, Board of Trustees will hold a public hearing for the annexation. So later this evening, the Board of Trustees main decisions will be, is the annexation in the interest of the town of Platteville? If so, what should the property be zoned, and what should be included in the annexation agreement? So some main three annexation considerations. This property is located within our urban growth area, and it's classified as rural protection urban growth area directly next to the developing urban growth area. It's estimated to make about $1,200 in property taxes and possible future contributions to town services. And then this property will now be held to the town development standards, and the town would be able to collect permit and impact fees on this property in the future. So as you can see here, this is our urban growth boundary map. The green stars where this property is located. It's within the yellow rural protection area right next to that circle of a developing urban. So, like I said earlier, the Planning Commission's role is to make the initial zoning recommendation to the board. And so the request of this property was for light industrial. The property right next door is also light industrial. And then the plat view is a planned development of light industrial and small office zone districts. So review of the zoning request. So it's consistent with the surrounding zoning with plat view and the property next door also being similar uses. The current use as a contractor shop and storage operations function as light industrial activities today. And then it supports the corridor character as Highway 66 is kind of functioning as a transition corridor where industrial and service uses are already established and expected to continue. And then there's no residential neighborhoods adjacent to this property, bringing up no concerns with surrounding neighbors. So if this property was zoned light industrial, these are the permitted uses they would be allowed to use. And remember, by approving this zone district, you're not only approving its intended use, you're improving this property to be able to use all of these uses moving forward. And then Same as here, these are the light industrial dimensional requirements that this property would have to follow in the future. And so it has a larger lot area of 20,000 square feet, a 90% coverage, building height of 50, and storage structures can be 75, and then setbacks of 10 feet all around. Next, we'll talk about terms for the annexation agreement for review. And then annexation agreement is the contract between the town and the petitioners that details the different responsibilities between both parties. For water and sewer, so as I said earlier, the property is currently served by a private well, which is adequate for its water, and it has a septic system, and the town does not have municipal water or sewer service available to the site. Therefore, if the town extends a water or a sewer main within 400 feet of the property owner must connect at their expense, and any water or sewer lines constructed by the petitioners must be dedicated to the town. And then for road maintenance, as mentioned, the access to the property is off of Highway 66, therefore it's under the authority of CDOT. The petitioners are responsible for maintaining all rights of ways located on the property itself and must comply with the town's road maintenance standards. And then the petitioners must obtain and maintain a valid CDOT access permit for the existing access and for any proposed modifications. And CDOT remains the permitting authority for all access-related decisions, and any new or modified access is reviewed by the town only for on-site impacts, and nothing in this agreement grants or substitutes for CDOT's approval. And then during the process, we received no comments from the surrounding property owners, and the only referral agency comment was from CDOT requesting the access permit to be a condition of approval. And then all other comments from referral agencies have been addressed. So regarding the condition of approval, we have two options. So we can keep it as written. So currently it's written as required petitioners to obtain a CDOT access permit prior to recording the annexation. The only concern with this is depending how long that CDOT access permit takes to get approved. We could approve the annexation tonight and have a large chunk of time between it getting approved and recording. Or we could amend the condition to require petitioners to obtain a CDOT access permit prior to any future development activity. So that would be like a building permit or site plan. As of right now, this applicant hasn't proposed any development so far. It's just the annexation and zoning.
If I may real quick, Lindsay. The access is a shared access that she indicated to the property, which used to be Jasper, which is now EAC Electrical. And the holdup right now is the access is a little bit wider than CDOT wants it to be, so they're working with the applicant and the other property owner to discuss that solution. But they have a permit, it's temporary right now. I don't want to hold this up, so that's why the amended condition is, the temporary will become permanent at some point, but let's let CDOT worry about that. It's not really the town of Platteville's issue. That's my stance. We just can't control what CDOT says or how long it takes. It may take a while,
Right.
but they currently have access.
All right, so later this evening, the Board of Trustees will have 4 decisions. So it's approve or deny the annexation request, approve, modify, or deny the recommended zoning district of light industrial, approve or modify the annexation agreement, and authorize the mayor to sign the annexation agreement. Thank you all for listening. I ask you to please recommend approval of the light industrial zone district and please let me know if you have any questions.
A question I see some names listed as owners.
Yeah.
That, weren't prominent in the application. Mr. Jose Rios, as an example.
Yes, so they were all part of the application, correct?
Yes, he's my father.
Yeah, their family, Jose and Carla have been the main representatives, but they're all, have provided their approval of annexation as well.
Oh, so they're all family.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, I was curious about. Thank you.
So just to clarify on the resolutions in front of you tonight, we're making a recommendation with the amendment that the access permit be approved on condition of of future development activity, not upon, basically this annexation.
So if we approve it tonight, we can approve it as written or amended,
As amended.
correct?
When we processed the application, Lindsay and I talked about this, we were in the hopes that CDOT would give the final approval, but we don't know what the delay is. And I don't want to say red tape, but it feels like red tape. There's nothing wrong with the access.
COT.
And it's been there for the longest of time, since before my time. So I don't want to hold up this family in this process by technicality. That's my opinion. I'd recommend the planning commission approve this as amended, as presented.
As amended? That's what I was thinking.
Yep, sorry, excuse me, and I think I got a message from Rose CDOT
Okay.
that said that she signed the permit on Sunday night.
Oh.
Okay.
Just keep it.
That's good timing from Rose. Rose, is our contact. Tim Billibrand is our main access permit specialist. And Rose Valdez works underneath Tim. She covers our area. So Sunday night,
Yes.
great time. Easter Sunday, I like that.
So your thoughts are the amended,
Keep it as written now if they've approved the permit.
I just don't have it in hand, but, I'd say 60 days upon annexation. Let's give it some time. Would that work?
Still want the amended
yeah,
conditions.
I'd say approve with, the section 2 says part of recording the annexation ordinance and annexation map, the applicant shall obtain an a CDOT access permit for the proposed access to Highway 66. I would just say within 60 days of annexation.
Yeah.
That way we're covered. Fair enough?
So moved.
Second.
Let's close the public hearing.
all in favor?
Let's close the public hearing. You'd ask if there's.
Oh,
any-
we got to close the public hearing, yeah. It is at 7 or 6:50.
Yeah.
Want to redo the motion?
Well, move to approve.
Yeah.
As amended.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion that's carried. Next, we have reports from our town manager.
I do a joint report with board and planning commission. We had a joint meeting, but not a joint meeting, but back-to-back meetings, but you can see there's some different information. The board is meeting next. Part of that meeting is this presentation by Superintendent Kim Blumen on our school activities. A lot of grants been pursued in the last few months. Several have been obtained. I'm waiting on the CDBG grant this month. That'd be close to 300,000 for the Riverview Park restroom. The Lincoln Park restroom gets bid out next week. So we're moving on that one. A lot of activities in April and then more so in May, but for the betterment of time, that's all. Send my report if you have any questions.
Thank you. Does the commission have anything else to bring up? Well, if we don't have anything more to discuss, I will call this meeting adjourned.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Third.
For you.
Yes. Steve? Yeah. Well,